you're making me discover myself because the reason I think I stay slim, let me not say slim, I stay the way I am, is because I always think I'm fat. Welcome to another scene of the Social Scene podcast. And today I'm very excited. We have a guest. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Dicky, Chillis.
I am Rachel Wamucii.
And today, as per the topic of the day, as munaona hapo, we're speaking about mental health. And this is something that many people talk about in a very light way. You know, in a very, very, very light way.
Yeah.
And they don't go in depth. And today we have a guest who is going to tell us very, very candid details about mental health, what she's doing. From my interaction with her, she's a very, very eloquent person. She's doing a very amazing job about mental health. And I'll let her introduce herself. Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Wanjiru and today I'm very excited to be part of the Social Scene podcast. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Okay. You could probably tell them what you do so that they understand why you're here.
For this podcast, I am a mental health volunteer working with Nivisha Foundation, and I am also a yogi and a yoga teacher. Yes,
I didn't know about that.
I'm a wellness enthusiast.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's amazing. So you work with Nivisha. What does Nivisha do specifically?
Nivisha is a community-based organization. It's based in Kibra. Our work is around mental health. So mental health for young people, for young teenagers, and also for young mothers around Kibra. Yeah.
Okay. So young people, those are the people we also target here on the podcast. You're in the right place to talk about this.
Karibu sana.
Karibu. We are honored to have you here.
Thank you.
You've mentioned you work as a volunteer.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get to this career path? Because not many people would want to work on mental health as a career. They want to be all these flashy careers, an architect, a doctor, this. But for you chose to be a mental health.
I think why I chose mental health is mostly one from my own personal experiences with mental health, and now also I have an interest in psychology, even though I've not studied psychology. But now when that came together, when I saw how my experiences affected me and how I was able to deal with them, I was like, this is a space I would like to be involved in and to do more work in, so that we can have more people, aware of how their mind works and how to deal with different problems in life.
And we are so glad that you actually this is the Social Scene, and the reason why we had the Social Scene podcast is to tackle social issues, and we're happy to have you.
It's interesting that this stemmed from maybe your personal experience. Wow, that's amazing. Now, what is mental wellness? What does it entail really?
Wellness entails, it's the things you do to take care of your mind. It's how you deal with your stress, how you deal with your emotions, how you deal with your feelings, how you handle conflict with other people, how you relate with people on an emotional level, mostly. Because I think most people they don't really pay attention to how their mind is working. Today you wake up and you feel unasikia tu sijui aje,
Very distracting.
Yes,
but then you don't know how
moments
to deal with that, and then you go around your day, and then your day now starts getting
worse
from
worse.
one little thing, everything now gets really bad from there. So mental wellness is being able to tackle that little thing so that it doesn't now become this whole thing.
Big balloons.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you're also a yogi. Yeah. So is there a link between that is like physical wellness?
Yeah.
Is there a link between that physical wellness to your mental?
Yeah, absolutely. I started yoga because I was trying to work on my physical health, right? And then so how yoga is structured, you guys, do you know yoga?
Yeah, okay. For people who don't know yoga ni ile watu who stretch, watu who are okay, you can explain it better, but me nasema ni ile watu who stretch, you just go both like weird body position. But who does explain better?
Yeah. So yoga it's the main principles of yoga are breath and movement. So you breathe as you move. Every time you're in a yoga pose, whether you're still or you're moving, you're breathing. So that's the whole concept of yoga. So that movement is meant to work on your mental health, the physical health. So it's your body, because you're stretching, your legs, your hands, everything. But now the breathing is meant to make you focus. So it's focusing on your mind. So the more I practice yoga, the more I was like, it's working on the physical, but also on my mental. So I was like, this is the one.
This is the thing for me.
Yeah.
And I love that you mentioned about focus.
Yeah.
Because mimi nakuanga na shida na focus. Concentration span yangu inakuanga hivi.
Yeah.
This small. So I know when I would even love to be like part of a yoga session.
Yeah, you should do one.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yes, please. I would.
An instructor.
Yeah.
I would be very, very, very comfortable to do that.
Oh, like a whole instructor.
A whole instructor of
I
yoga.
went to school.
You went to school?
Yeah, you study to become an instructor.
Wow.
Like, well, depending on the type of yoga you want to teach, you like have classes for a number of hours teaching you how to instruct, how to get people to poses so that they don't hurt themselves. So yeah, I always see I'm teaching yoga.
So it's not like how people go to workouts and then they become professionals. They deem themselves as professionals of workout and then they
you
start
have
instructing.
to study because bodies are different and what works for your body might not work for him or even for you.
Okay.
So you have to learn so that you know how to deal with everyone. Yeah.
So
I'm also a yogi.
Yes,
I am.
we have something in common.
Oh, finally, I knew it.
I started it so that I can maybe achieve more flexibility. But then along the way, I realized, my God, that thing is amazing.
Yeah.
You literally relax. You become more confident.
Yeah.
You learn to like handle your emotions 100%. Yeah, like when I'm anxious, I just like breathe. Just breathe. And hey, breathing is something else.
Mtanipea classes hizo because mimi nazihitaji sana. You said yoga is part of physical wellness.
Yeah.
Are there other things that are, part of physical wellness apart from yoga that people can do?
Absolutely. Oh my God, now I will talk so much about myself.
It's okay.
Because the other thing I do, like there are movements. For me, I like to define them as movements so that it's wholesome. It's something you do, something that makes you move. So whether it's running, walking, dancing, hiking, swimming, all of that is movements that can work on your physical health. So whatever works for you. So I like to tell people to try out and then if you find something that works for you, stick to that and go with that. Because for me, for example, I cannot hike for my life. I hiked once. I was like, no,
not for
I will die.
Never doing that.
Yeah, so I was like, that is not something that works for me. But I have friends who swear by hiking. They're like, leo tunaenda wapi? They're like, if I don't hike,
my day is not
yeah,
made.
yeah. So whatever works for you, whatever movement, people who go to the gym, whatever works for you. You don't have to like now do yoga or just be walking, just be hiking, you know.
Okay.
So kuna hao wanaenda gym,
Yeah.
and then kuna hao wengine unatoka kazi, unaenda una doze, unaamka unaenda kazi,
Like there's
unakula,
no physical...
unashiba, unaamka, like you just do normal stuff and you just never really intentionally get into these things like physical wellness, how am I doing mentally. So how watu unaweza sema wako wanaweza like, can you really not be doing these things intentionally and still be okay?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I think that when I say movement, you see that flight of stairs you take from ground floor to your house. Imagine you've moved. Like, it doesn't have to be, I see, oh, now I have to go to the gym for 2 hours. I have to swim for an hour every day. Like, it's not the little small things, zenye, you're moving. Like, you're not, I would say people now who work from home, especially, and they're maybe on their desk, on their laptop, for like really long hours of the day, now those ones are the ones who need to be concerned, because you're not even like, your movement is desk, kitchen, bedroom, you know, that's very small
Very
area
movement.
So those are the people that should and need to be concerned about their health, because now for someone, when you see someone who is working, if you're moving from to town, like your journey from your office to the bus stop, from the bus stop to your house, you moved, imagine.
So it's just the little movements that you make, they're very important for physical.
You don't have to work hours and hours.
Me nikiwa high school, okay, not even high school, like, basically from the time nijijue, I think from puberty, I didn't like how my body looked. Sikuwa napenda venye nilikuwa nakaa. So when I finished from 4, ile siku tumemaliza exam, tuseme like on a Friday, on Saturday nilikuwa nje running at 6 in the AM. I wanted to change my body, I wanted to look different, but trust me, that was the first and last time I ran. Maybe running is not for me, so I opted for home workouts, which have been working for me. So I totally get when you say the little movements that those that matter.
Find
and right
what
now,
works for you.
Right now, actually, I love myself. Ile confidence niko nayo nioni.
Nantafuta
mnipate sasa hivi ni body goals. But do I say?
But you see, now you had to go through, like, you had to run fast and realize, this running thing is just, it's not working for me. Because I also started with running. And I think it was the same. It was immediately after high school. And then I think people saw that I had started gaining weight. But it wasn't a problem for me. Like, sikuwa naona ni nini hiyo wanasema ati I've gained weight. So now that started getting to my head. People are telling you, umenona sana. I was like, no, now I need to do something. So I started by running. And then I was like, running is not for you. It's not the thing. So now I went to yoga, and then from there it's just been mostly yoga.
So would you say, now that we're talking about physical appearance, would you say that now somebody's physical appearance translates to their health? Like somebody who is slim, are they automatically healthy? And somebody who is fat, are they automatically unhealthy?
I would say a big no. I don't know if you guys agree.
I do.
I would say a big no, because I am short, right? Mimi nikiwa short with my 50 kgs and someone who is tall with their 50 kgs, those are two very different people. Like, tukiwekwa hapa, you'll see a difference. So I really don't think your weight or how your body looks translates into you're healthy, you're not healthy, because it's what you're doing to make your body healthy. There are people who are slim, and maybe there are those people who work from the house, they never move, they're not doing any type of movement. And even like physical health is a combination of what you're eating and how what you're doing, you know. So you'll find someone who is maybe slim, but they're filling their body with junk food, junk. So their cholesterol levels are really high. So, and someone who is maybe you consider them big physically, they are working on themselves, they're eating healthy, they're okay, their BMI makes sense, you know. So you can't tell someone that because you're fat, you're not healthy. Because you're slim, wewe uko thick, ati you're healthy.
Kuna watu wenye they no offense. Kuna watu, they are really huge.
Yeah.
And you can even tell from their breathing. They're breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Or they're sweating too much.
Yeah.
And huyo mi kwangu, automatically
unhealthy.
You are unhealthy.
We are in a struggle.
Because I'm a struggle to breathe. Something that if you're breathing, I should not hear you breathing. Right?
Yeah.
So if I hear you breathing and I see you sweating for no apparent reason, in my head, I'm not a wellness person, but in my head, automatically I this person is unhealthy. They need to work out. And when I lost weight, I remember I used to project my insecurities of weight on people. Like ninaweza ona mtu mnono and then I have a friend nimwambie ukiniona nimenona hivyo unipige. You know. Like for me kunona is part of like being healthy, being unhealthy, and also a part of not looking as per the standards of looking nice, looking great. Because right now I love myself. What?
I guess pia kuna hiyo aspect ya how you feel, you know, in that body. Just as zingine, you know, you find mimi issue yangu ni ati I'm always being told mimi ni mkonde.
You need to eat.
Shosho like Wamucii kale ya kulangi. Anaanza kukupea uji. You have no idea. So it's about how you feel. Just as zingine like unapatanga mtu akiwa in a big body and then they're always complaining, but mimi nikimwangalia naona a very fine person, nikiangalia venye they do their things, like hiyo ni a body that they are comfortable in. He is someone who can dance, who can, you know, they can do all that. Inamaanisha like you don't have an issue, like you're big but it's not an issue really per se. So I think pressure standards nayo. Like
so
people
then
assume.
Can you say then your mental situation or your mental state translates to how you view yourself? Like body-wise.
Totally, because what you have said, like there are people who wewe ukiwaangalia they're big to you, but they're so confident in their bodies. Wewe hata mimi in this my body, my small body, I don't have the amount of confidence that they have in themselves. So I think it's all about how you see yourself, how you view yourself, what you think of yourself is so important. And then you find those people ukienda kuambia ati they're fat, they're like, what are you telling me? You know, they're like, you're the one who is fat. Stop telling me that you can't face them. Like they're so confident in themselves and they understand themselves. They love their bodies. That whatever society says or whatever other people say it doesn't affect them. But then for them to get there, they'll tell you that I had to work on this confidence. Ati haikukuja tu hivo, you know. Because mostly, like, if we're really being honest, people who are like big physically, they face a lot of everyone. People just have issues with your body, you know. They're telling you, oh, hey, you need to lose weight. Like I tell some of my friends who are telling me, mimi, I don't feel. But I tell them, the people who are telling you you're fat now, kesho ukilose here weight, they'll come to tell you tena umekonda. Like no, akuna at one point you'll be perfect for society. Hata ukikonda watasema sasa tena sijui nyashi man. They're like
actually nilisikia there are certain exercises for girls. Running is one of them. Zenye zinamalizanga nyashi. Kukimbia, treadmill, gani ingine, jogging, yoga nilisikia ina enhance.
Okay.
Nilisikia because of the poses zile za miguu za kustretch the
glutes.
hizo and then kuna squats kuna hizo nasikianga kunazo zenye zinamaliza nyasha. But anyway, then that means your mental capacity, your body appearance and how you feel about yourself translates also to how you want to view yourself and your mental stability.
Because when you're not happy with yourself, you'll even feel, even when people are not telling you, you feel like watu wakiniangalia, they're saying ati I'm fat, and people are not even looking at you. Like unaweza tembea hivi kwa barabara urudi waulize, like you send someone to ask them nani amepita hapa, how are they dressed, they don't know. So it's in your head, you're thinking like that insecurity you have in yourself, you're thinking everyone else is thinking the same about you. So now it translates into you now, you just have issues with your body, with and people are not even talking to you, they're not telling you you're fat. It's you, it's all about yourself. You know,
you're making me discover myself, because the reason I think I stay slim, let me not say slim, I stay the way I am, is because I always think I'm fat. So if I think I'm fat, inamaanisha I'll work hard to stay slim. So nafikiria ule mtu anaona niko na kitambi, ule mtu anaona niko nimenona, ule mtu anaona niko na haga kubwa, haga kubwa, you know.
Oh my god.
So I totally get, but you're helping me discover that, because now itabidi basi nimefanyia hiyo story kazi. Every time I always think I'm fat. That is how I stay.
None of your mental image ni very important, because sometimes what you see in your head is what you might end up becoming. So I hear vibrations, nini, workness.
Watu wa yoga, watu wa meditation.
Tuachiwe tuongeza yoga.
If you have your image planning, this is what you want to be like, but this is how you see yourself as. Kufanya, is it possible, like could you, is it healthy to maybe take some drastic measures, like say una feel uko na kitambi, so you take slimming tea, unaenda unachukua hizi drugs fulani, unaambiwa you rub on your tummy itaisha, ama like you feel like you have small boobs, so you go anga injections ama creams.
These are my quick fixes. What do you think by there about those ones?
Liposuction.
Okay. Well, let me say, personally, I wouldn't do it because I do not trust that. I don't know. I just have issues with what if I go and then maybe if I'm like trying to get a book job and then it backfires on me. What do I do? What will I do when one boob is bigger than that?
If you were assured that it will not backfire, would you do it?
No, because I love my body.
You love the way you are?
Yeah, but I think I wouldn't judge someone who is doing that because, I mean, if it's being done by a professional, because at the end of the day, professionals have come up with these things, right? They're telling us if you come for liposuction, you know, it's going to work on eliminating fat. So I would think if, number one, if it's being done by a professional, if you think that's the right way, do you?
Would you recommend, like, as a wellness practitioner?
Oh my goodness, no. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
You're thinking about it?
Yeah, I'm thinking, because now I'm trying to think, am I not recommending it because I wouldn't do it, or because it is not like healthy, or you know,
professionally recommended?
I wonder. Just sometimes unapata someone is big and unhealthy on top of it, like unasikia struggle to breathe, they're probably not even eating well, wakona, you know, especially being big, and then like I saw this one particular case kwenye this lady alikuwa amepata like this lower abdomen fat, like a lot of it, and then eventually akapata, like eventually at first she was told she's obese, or akaanza all this I don't know, trainings and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then she was getting unhealthy. Like unaweza sema, oh, you're trying, but okay, eventually wakapata she had a cyst.
Oh my goodness.
Ovarian cyst.
Yeah.
And it was very big. It was pounds and pounds. I think 44 pounds.
Yeah.
Hapa chini. Yeah, and then imemvunja mpaka, like it has killed her ovaries, her fallopian tube. Yeah. So na imagine mtu akiona, oh, mimi am fat, and then aende for quick fixes.
Yeah.
And then kumbe, like it's not even that. It's that kuna kitu inakukula ndani.
Yeah.
So I think hapo quick fix inakuwa a bit of an issue, because if you're unhealthy, maybe first of all check on other things.
Yeah.
That could cause that situation you're in.
Yeah.
But also with the age of social media, there's like a high demand for quick fixes now.
Yeah.
Because body image, there's a beauty standard in you unaona. Kim K yako hapo, Kim Kardashian yako hapo ametuonyesha body goals. Wasichana watashikika. Ni tuende gym, tuende liposuction, tuende tuongeze boobs, tuende tuongeze ass, tuende tuongeze thighs lazima zikuwe na gap. Si ndivyo mnasema? Do you think social media, okay, personally I think social media has contributed to that. And it has now contributed to both mental health problems and physical health problems.
Yeah, 100%. Not entirely, but mostly because of that. I think the problem with that is comparison. So social media, there's everything. There is big people, small people, rich people, poor people, everyone is on there. So you as you are, you see what other people are presenting their lives as. And those are things they have intentionally decided, this is what I will show on social media. You know, if it's about my body, I'll show my body when I haven't eaten, so that my waist is still snatched. And that's the picture they will post, because that is what they want you to see. And then you utakaa hapo after lunch, umekula ndo uko hapo social media. You know, you look at that, you're like,
oh, but
what is wrong with me? You know? There's that, you know, in terms of physical, like people show you what they, even posing. There are people on Instagram who are trying to show, they do that thing for real and unreal. When I post like this, now you can see my tummy. When I post this other way, you can't see it. So angles, you know. So you have, I think people need to understand that all these things are into play. People will not go there and show you their tummies after they've eaten, but you know, only people who are trying to promote, you know, like normalcy. That's the normal way your body behaves, you know. And also in terms of mental wellness, you will see, you know, watu wako, they're out every week, you know, they're going to every nice place. And then utakaa hapo, you're like, oh my god, what is my life, you know?
That has been my life. You see what that has been my life. I have friends who go out every Friday, every weekend. They have to go out. Mimi sina pesa. Broke me, trying to save to see what I can do with my life. Niko kwa hii podcast on a Saturday morning, kuna mtu ananas hangover.
Unamkia unapata hapo ati caption hashtag this is giving Pinterest living. Perfection.
So I think now trying to make sure that doesn't affect how you see your life. Like you should be able to realize that maybe amefanya kazi the whole week, they're tired, they deserve to go out every Friday because they're working hard for their money. You know, you can't judge that on, just because I don't have money now, as now I am not working as hard. But it's because, you know, my money needs to go into this project, my money needs to do this for me. So I think now just realizing that comparison is the
Comparison
thief
is
of joy.
Alafu unapata
Steal your
mtu
joy.
anapost
Yeah.
story ya last year, different outfits. Unafikiria ni leo kumbe. kumbe
Oh my god, that's I have seen
you will
someone.
never know.
I've seen someone like the way you go out, all of you.
Yeah.
And then after 3 weeks is when they are posting that event where you went to and the food and the everything. I'm like, wait. So if someone is sitting in the house and they see that, they're like, yani watu huku nje wanakula vizuri.
Watu wanakula
vizuri, mimi nangangana na KDF.
Niko na skuma na ugali.
I know, like you need to realize that it's not the reality of life. And it's a moment. It's labda hata after hizo 30 minutes, I don't know, they were other things are happening, you know. It's just a moment of in the entire life. So, yeah.
And you also mentioned something about marketing.
Yeah.
So unapata sometimes people with bodies that are not what you will naturally say the standard, they feel here pressure. Maybe people will not accept me and all that because unapata algorithm in a favor a certain body type.
Aesthetic.
Aesthetic. And then uko hapo ukijipea pressure kumbe you know like dunia ni kubwa, there's so many people, just
billions,
go out there, be who you are. There's so many people when you are to relate na wewe who you are.
So I will mention my sister because there was a time she was like, every time I scroll on Instagram naona tu watu wakonde because my sister is she's beautiful and blessed.
Okay.
Yes.
That is the word to use. Beautiful and blessed.
So she was
women.
telling me every time I'm scrolling, I only see like slim people. And now it's starting to get to my head. I'm like, why am I not like these people? And then I told her, I went to her page. I'm like, search for this person. How do they look? See, they look like you. Follow that person.
Yeah.
Those are the people you need to be following because they're the people who you identify with. Because I am small. I mean, to have a crop top and everything. But then you will want to wear a crop top and look like me, but I guess it happened.
Yeah.
So you need to follow that person who you identify with and see how they're, you know, living. So you don't pressure yourself so much.
I've seen my friends also, they tell me like, I like following people that naona like tuko na some similarities, una relate na wao better, you stop that comparison. Kama mimi like going around social media unaona tu just slim waist, thick thighs, big nyash. Niko like, God, when?
God, it's me again.
God, it's me again, give me nyash. Hey,
and all this you guys are speaking about, it's social media bringing issues with self-esteem. And then there's body shaming from people.
My goodness.
Because now you'll
That's
find
tough.
somebody will present their body maybe, and I see mostly for slim, like slim and like the big ladies or the big men. The comments in their posts, hey, unahurumia huyo mtu. Some are funny, they're shady, but they're very funny. Siwezi sema sijacheka about some. But there's body shaming in social media.
A lot.
And it brings about now self-esteem issues. And now it brings about now insecurities with your bodies. And then now people start looking for these quick fixes. Right? And then the quick fixes backfire. And then we're in more trouble than we were in. So now we look ugly and we are fat.
There was this story, a certain lady. She noticed her boyfriend is always on Instagram, you know, watching these Instagram models. You know, Instagram models, like there's this particular
snatch.
Always. Yeah, so he's always looking at those sorts of things. So this lady decides, since boyfriend yangu anaangalianga hawa watu, let me quick fix and become like this lady. Then maybe he will notice me too as much as he notices them. Maybe he won't even have to go looking at these people. That is messed up. So she goes and anapata this Brazilian whatever, like you know, even took out her lower rib and you're like the Westic where, you know, like really tiny.
Snatched Barbie.
Barbie. That's Barbie look and long hair.
Yeah.
The lips, you know, whatever that look.
The Naomi Campbell, African lips.
Hey, acha tu. And then after all that, the boyfriend dumped her. And then she was out on social media. She's like, girls, please stop doing this. I did this, look at me. Like ukimwona, she's hot, but then she looks like every other Instagram model. Like there's this can look wewe when you're unafanya mpaka buckle
Botox,
whatever, buckle removal,
buckle fat. Actually now watching hizo shows za botched. There are others on YouTube. They show the trending plastic surgeries, the trending weight loss procedures. Kuna drugs fulani people are taking. Niliona fulani ya Kim K time ya Met Gala juzi. Met Gala. Apparently she took some drug and she lost weight within 2 weeks.
The same
That's
one
allegedly.
that Elon Musk
Must take my opinion as facts. Must take my opinion as facts. It's just allegedly. But yeah, alisema ni she worked out and she did not eat carbs for 2 weeks. So you find now celebrities are the ones who are propagating these body image issues.
Dicky, that's Ozempic, right?
Ozempic.
There was that.
Oh yes,
it was that
the drug.
Mpaka Elon Musk came and said that he used it, and then now everyone mwenye alikuwa anataka ku lose weight goes out to use this Ozempic, which turned out is also a drug for type 2 diabetes.
Yes.
So he drug ikaisha from the market
because
now everyone
is demanding
it.
So that they
and then when I go on TikTok being like they want on Ozempic, they actually reduced weight, most of them. But then later on wakakuja find out that hii kitu iko na long-term side effects. The moment you stop using it, you gain all your weight back, plus side effects zingine mingi. So
I think what I was telling you earlier about marketing, so it's what they want you to buy. So they won't come there and tell you it doesn't work and it has long-term effects and it's maybe even addictive and you have to keep on purchasing it. So they're after money, number one, because there's sometimes you go on Instagram and for those pages of, you know, maybe slimming tea, and they will show you a picture of a slim person, but you'll find out that person on that poster, they're naturally slim. That's how they are naturally. So it's not that they took whatever that is and became like that.
That's false advertisement.
Yes, it's false advertisement because they want you to buy. They want to create demand. I feel like there's a lot of, like a friend of mine was telling me, it's manufactured, like they are trying to benefit from your insecurity. So they tell you, this is what beautiful looks like. Beautiful looks like, you know, slim waist or big nyash or anything. And they make you feel that, oh, I don't have that, so I need to take this so that I have that, so that now I'm beautiful. But they're just working on your insecurity and they're trying to make you a customer. They are just after money. So I think that's like a really huge part. Like, it's a business, yes. I mean, it's free market. But then again, you have to be wise in yourself. You have, to that point we said earlier, you have to be so confident in yourself, but not unhealthy. We're not saying confident lakini ukipanda stairs you're breathing. You know, we're saying confident that, you know, you're taking care of your body, you're eating well, you know. So, and
we say all the time, all this generates back to our brain, our mental health, our mental stability. And many people will come out and say, I am mentally unwell, or I am mentally stable or unstable. So how do I know if I am mentally unwell?